And I think we're up. Hey everybody, welcome aboard. Captain Mike here. Today I'm going to run a Delta Airlines Flight 1640 with nonstop service from Atlanta to Pensacola. They did the ride in an hour and 12 minutes. They just completed this run actually in the real world, so we'll see just how close we can come to that. I've been offline for a couple of days because I've been working on my monitors. I wasn't happy with the couple of ones that were in the middle. So when I'm done, all of these monitors will be brand new. Right now, this is a brand new 18.5 inch. That's a brand new 10.3 4x3, and that's a brand new 18.5 as well. Friday, I have another monitor coming that's going to replace the one that's in the bottom. It's going to be the same one that I put up here on the top. It basically fits right in here as if it was made for the flight deck itself. I need a smaller monitor because I have flight illusion gauges in here and I can't use that wide monitor anymore. And it fit in here beautifully, and I'm going to use the same monitor in the bottom, and it should fit right in between the little frame that I built here. It's going to sit on a shelf. It doesn't have to be bolted with any spring assembly anymore. It'll just drop right in and slide into position so that I have a view for the center. So, and these monitors here on the top are put in with VESA screws, so everything is super simple to get in and out going forward. So no more hardware work until Friday, although there is one thing I did screw up, which is the parking brake. I forgot to hook that up when I had this all apart, so I have to do that with the keyboard. I could go and take this apart and fix it, but I have to take it apart on Friday anyway when I work on that monitor setup. So I'll use the keyboard until Friday, and then we'll get this all fixed and back to the way she should be, and then we'll have all brand new monitors all around in here. Not bad. All right, with that, let's get going. Like I said, Delta Airlines Flight 1640 from Atlanta to Pensacola, hour and 12 minutes in the real world. They just finished that ride. It's cold and dark in here. We're just getting started. So let's get going. DC battery selected to bat. DC battery switch is on guarded. Standby power is auto guarded. Alternate flaps are off guarded. Fuel pump switches are off. Wipers are set to park. Hydraulic pumps, electric 2 and 1 are off. Landing gears down. We've got 3 green and 3 green on the aft overhead. Weather radar is set to test. Master caution reset. Fault in-op test. And overheat fire test. Oh, I forgot to put the latest audio update that I did for the Zibomod. I have 2.2 in here, the latest from Zibo. We're going to check that out as well. So I just have to put those audio files in there, but that's simple enough. All right, ground power is available. Let's get on ground. We'll confirm with the AC selector. And let's get set for unconditioned air right now. That's looking good. Galley power's on, and let's align our IRS. Emergency exit lights are on, and let's just cycle that trim air. Temperature back there is fine. Let's enter our position, and we are at KATL. And the GPS is picking up. So what's in the database for Atlanta is pretty close to what the IRS is picking up, so we don't have an issue there. Let's get some pressure in here. Flaps are up, and showing up. Let's give them the position and logo lights. And let's set the brake. Oh, I forgot I can't set the parking brake from here, so let me just hit that B key until I get that fixed. But that would basically be on now, and that light would be on. Hopefully better pushback is going to work with this setup. I haven't tried it, so we'll see. Alright, and I want you as a setup there. Alright, that takes care of the originator flight. Let's move on to the pre-flight. Leading edge devices test. Service hit. The phone is off. Emergency reverses are extinguished. EEC switches are on guarded. Let's see. Oxygen back there is 13 for us. That is normal guarded. Let's check the flight recorder and lock speed. Test 1 and 2. And stall warning. Might be a little too early for that. Yeah, we'll come back to that. Alright, 3 green on the landing gear. PSEU is out. Let's check our oxygen flow. That's good. Alright, lights test.
Center, Roger. Welcome, that's correct. And descend via the flight 4 arrival altimeter is 2984. 2984.
24 and descend via the Flight 4, American 24.
I think this is the first flight that I'm doing since I put this all back together again. I want to make sure everything is working the way it's supposed to. And I will have you here.
67, maintain 300 knots or better, American 2455 until further advised. Thank you.
With the exception of the parking brake, I know about that. Alright, lights are good. Alright, flight controls A and B are on guarded, alternate flaps are off guarded, spoils A and B are on guarded, your dampers on. VHF nav is normal, IRS is normal, FMC is normal, source select is auto, control panel is normal. Fuel temperature is fine, crossfeed check, pumps are off. And we're looking good. AC/DC panel is set, galley power is on, equipment supply, exhaust is normal. Emergency exit lights are on, no smoking seatbelt sign is on. Window heat. And let's run the overheat test. TAT test. And wing and engine anti-ice are off. Hydraulic pumps, electric 2 and 1 are off. 3 entrance ways are open. Test on the flight data recorder. Pressurization panels all zeroed out. Temperature back there is nice and comfortable. And let's reset the master. Overheat test. Alright, that's looking good. Alright, recircs are auto, packs to auto. Isolation valve is open. Gens are on. APU is off. Today's ride is 20,000. Okay, and let's check out outflow valve. Alright, that's looking pretty good. Today's ride, we're going to use the right igniter, and our lights are good. Alright, and ATIS clearance, program the flight management computer. Alright, let's just program the flight management computer. I'm not using SayIntentions because I don't have the lower monitor. Come Friday, once that's installed, we'll be back to using SayIntentions again. In the interim, let's get our ride in here. Alright, Atlanta to KPNS. This is Delta Airlines Flight, DAL 1640. Okay, I must have hit the wrong button now. Alright, that's in. And we have Halo 3 to Sarge via runway 27 right. On the way in, they just got done with this ride. They come in on 17 on the ILS from PENSI. Let's grab that, put that in there, and let's put the ride in. So far from cold and dark, since I did all this hardware work in here, we've been pretty good, which isn't bad because my hands are a little shaky, and I moved a few wires back in there before I got them all zip tied back down. Alright, slaw, zigs, rivet, Halo, Sarge, that's the end of the SID out of Atlanta. Then we're going to DARD. Right, D-A-R-E-D. And the crew. Right. Right, that's Crestview. And then we're into PENSI.
United 749, Thunder Roger, climb and maintain flight level 350.
And then from there we're going to pick up the ILS on the way in. Let's have a look at some charts here.
American 2339 at 360.
And on the way out, Halo 3.
Victor, descend to path discretion, maintain 6,000.
Alright, we are looking at
United 2121 at flight level 350.
and 1527, that is in, and then at Rivet we need to be 250, that is in. Halo, Sarge, that's the end of the restrictions. Alright, that's looking pretty good. And real quick on the back end here.
889 Charlie Golf. You can take lower when you get a chance.
There's no SIDS or stars out of Pensacola.
300.
300 for Charlie Golf. Number digit 251 with you, flight level 430.
That's at 251.
Brent Alico. That's looking pretty good. And then the hold.
United 1878, contact center.
Alright, that's good. Alright, let's get our weight and all that stuff in here. The fuel this ride is going to be 15.8.
United 545, contact center 127.65.
Our payload is 28.8. Gives us a zero fuel weight of 123.8, 25.5 on the CG. 123.8, that's looking good. Alright, zero fuel weight's 128.8.
Good afternoon, this is Qantas 11 Heavy, maintaining flight level 390.
And final reserve is going to be 7.1. Cost index this ride, the CI is 18. We're at 20,000. Let's get our wins. 320 at 67. And the OAT is going to be 4. We're not going to derate. CG was 25.5, flaps 5, 450 on the trim. And this runway is an upslope, 0.3. Oops.
United 263, center Roger. On the maintain flight level.
With a heading of 2. Okay, and the winds are
2121, contact center 120.57.
6. Our engine out is going to be a $145. And let's get our descent forecast in here. We're at 20, so we'll put in 20, 15, and 10,000. Alright, let's get, and it's going to be 30, 14, and the TD is going to be 6.
Hello, that is 2420. Passing flight level
Okay,
180 for flight
and
level 230.
20,316 at 57.
Flight level 330. 30 United 2420.
15,325 and 42. And at 10, 332.
251. Descend to maintain
35.
flight level
Oops.
300. Send to be level 9 minutes below.
Cruise, and we're going to request cruise winds. I'm not going to put those in manually. Let the computer do it. It's got all the info. Alright, let's have a quick peek. Make sure we didn't screw up nothing here. Let's put that in first, shall we?
Delta 1916 coming up on 220 for 230.
1916, center climb, maintain flight level 330.
But for flight level 330, Delta
Execute
1916.
that. Okay.
1916, contact center 127.65.
Copy 2765 for Delta 1916.
And the best. That looks good. Alright, let's get the pedestal set up here. Back to Atlanta.
2420, contact center 127.02.
2702,
And we've got, they're using 27 right, and right, they're using 27 right and left, so
4677 out of 143 for 230.
let me put this in case we have to come back. I'm here by myself, so if we have an issue, wax some birds, got an engine problem, whatever the case may be, this is already set. Decision height is going to be a deuce. And the pressure was 3028.
24 out of 14.5 for Q3.
That's going to be a deuce. We'll cross-check this. And 3028 turn.
For 162 center, I maintain 15,000.
5,000.
Alright, that's looking pretty good. Alright, airport elevation, that is in.
Center, I maintain
And let's see, the hold, that looks good. 275 on the course.
Center, good afternoon, United 461 south of 13,000 for flight level.
And we're looking at 111.3
461 center afternoon, I
on the
maintain flight
frequency.
level 330.
After 13.3 for flight level 330.
And we'll put it.
United 1878, Connect 135.
That's it, that's it, that's it, that's it. Alright, I'm on terrain, position, data, airport, station. I'm on the master, you're on the slave. You can have weather, station, airport, data, and position. Initial heading is going to be 275, 145. We are looking good here. And we're going to go all the way up since we're not using SayIntentions today. That's good. Alright, nose wheel steering is normal guarded. My clock is fine. Auto flight test 1 and 2. Alright, artificial horizon. Ground speed is 045 on the speed tape. V1 is 133, 145 on the engine out, 275 on the initial heading. Decision height is 200 if we have to come back. Local pressure is 3028. We're cleared all the way up. I've got terrain on the nav display. And our standby gauges are set. N1 is set. Auto speed reference set. Auto reset the fuel flow. And let's set the auto brake. We are good here.
358, contact center 135.12.
That's all looking pretty good. Let's check the bottles. We got a clean board up there. And cargo. Alright, let's get that test done. That test should be done. And let's check the stall warning now.
Climb, crossing, climb,
There we go. Alright, that's good.
climb, clear of contact, descend.
Alright, let's get these doors buttoned up. Get ready to get on out of here.
Descend, crossing, descend, descend now. Descend now. Increase, climb. Increase, climb. Increase, descent. Increase, descent. Maintain.
And we have no fuel in the center tank.
Maintain vertical speed. Crossing. Maintain. Monitor vertical speed.
224, contact center
TCAS test. Pass.
127.65.
And we'll do the long one.
127.65 southwest 220.
Pull up. Wind shear.
Alright, we're all buttoned up. We're just waiting on APU. We can get on out of here.
Sink rate.
Southwest
Sink rate.
246 for climb at
Terrain.
13.5 for flight level
Terrain.
330.
Pull up.
246 center, I
Don't
maintain
sink.
call 330.
Don't sink.
Southern 330.
Too low. Terrain. Too low. Gear. Too low. Flaps.
So the only thing I missed doing all this hardware work was the parking brake. I forgot to plug that back in. So I have to do the parking brake from the keyboard until Friday. That's why I'm going to take this apart. Get that monitor down there in the bottom back in there. Then I'll have SayIntentions back on the bottom. And this will all be back working and we should be done for a while.
50.
Section 222 Laminar left.
Alright, APU is up. Let's get on APU bleed.
Wind shear.
And let's just say we waited a
Wind
minute.
shear.
Let's get disconnected here.
Terrain ahead.
Brake pressure is good.
Ahead. Terrain ahead. Pull up.
Let's call for push.
Ground to cockpit. Tow is driving up.
Ahead. Pull up.
Alright, here comes our tow.
Center Mooney 217 on Whiskey checking in 8,500.
22109 Whiskey left.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
JetBlue 148, 13,500 for 15,250 knots.
JetBlue 148, center region normal speed, climbing team flight level 230.
Total speed, climb and maintain, flight level 230, JetBlue 140.
I have a couple of 2D screens back there. Hopefully they're going to follow along. Eventually I'd like to get it back to where I had it, where you could follow along while I'm programming the flight management computer and follow along with the load data sheet and whatnot. But that new monitor in the middle here looks beautiful, man. Really fitting there nice.
So connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
All right, so let me just release the brake from here.
We'll call 200 miles or so.
Starting pushback, and you may start engine.
Okay, packs are off. Pressure's good. Anti-collision lights coming on. We're starting number 2.
November 7210 Romeo, contact center 133.4.
133.4.
I may dim this monitor down just a little bit. Not sure yet.
Center, good morning, Canada 585, level 340. American 186, 390.
American 186 center, mostly smooth.
Breach to 611 with you here at 400.
All right, that's stable. 2 is locked. Gen 2. We've got juice. Isolation valve is closed. Right back to auto. Pressure's good. We're starting 1.
Canada 585, go ahead.
Requesting flight level 360.
Air Canada 585, climb maintain flight level 360.
Cleared flight level 360, Air Canada 585.
So with all the work that I've done hardware-wise, I don't think I broke anything. I just forgot to reconnect the brake. So if X-Plane works good, the next ride will be in 2024. Make sure everything in there is fine. Then I'm just waiting till Friday. Get that last monitor in here and we're basically done. Well, for now anyway. All right, 1's stable. 1 is locked. Oh, I gotta do that from here. Can I see this button? I can't see the button. Give me this keyboard here. I can't see that. Nothing's too dark in here. There you go.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
All right, so that's good. Gen 1. We've got juice, probes, hydraulics, left pack, isolation valve, APU is off. And we've got a clean board.
541, clear direct Pueblo. Thank you, Doug, to Pueblo, 541.
Good morning, Center Skyway.
So we're starting 2026 off right. I've got 2 brand new power supplies in here. I've got 1, 2, 3 brand new monitors. Another brand new monitor is on its way.
Disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the right. We'll see you next time and have a great flight.
453, Center, good morning.
All righty. And the tow is gone. All right, let's go. Let me have flaps, TA, auto. You are coming off test. Yes, that is looking pretty good. And let me have my flight controls.
Compass 5830 is flight level 320. Compass 5830, Center, good morning.
All right, we are good to go. Let's go and get rid of you now. And I don't think I'm going to need that until we get back at the other end. And yeah, you're better off sitting this way. That's all released.
American 5830, start to pick up some flight shop here. 32, is 34 available, and are the rides better up there?
So from cold and dark to taxi out, so far we're great.
Higher is a little bit half-gear. Well, not
All
half-gear.
right, how about we go after you there, Johnny?
638, I've had no complaints. Yeah, we'd like to put flight level 340 on request compass to D30. Roger, standby.
What tail is that?
Jet 113.
Looks like Alaska's tail.
Right wing about 20 miles northbound, 737 and 360. Expect higher in about 5 minutes.
Jet 113, roger.
At 426 center, climb and maintain flight level 35.
Unless he just came in, looks like we're number 2
350 at 427.
for departure. I put the latest and greatest from Zibo in here. I believe it's 2.2, unless he put out another one today. I just got it in, I calibrated everything. Tiller feels great.
Contact center 127.17, good day.
2717, American 11, or 1255, good day.
We basically have this just about down to the end.
Center, good morning. UPS 2949, climb through flight level 280 for 290.
Yes, 2949 center, good morning. Climb and maintain flight level 350.
So Delta Airlines just finished this ride in the real world. We'll see just how close we come to it. Hour and 12 minutes it was, I believe.
FedEx 3012 is passing 280 for 290.
FedEx 3012 center, climb and maintain flight level 370.
Okay, flight level 370, and for FedEx 3012, we'd like to request flight level 350 as a final for a little while.
Okay, I got your company off your left. It's going to go the same direction for a long time that also wants 35, so I can give you 37 or
Aircraft move pretty smooth.
at a speed, or 33 at your choice.
Okay, we'll go on up to flight level 3.
Smoothness is what I'm really trying to achieve here. With all the
Stay heading.
changing and adjustments and
We are heading about
all that.
040.
FedEx 3022, you're on about a 03.
And I have the AI aircraft moving pretty smooth now on the
FedEx
move,
3022, roger, flighting 03.
which there were always these slight little flickers that I could never get rid of. They look rather nice now. I still get flickers every now and then. No, I'm not going to get rid of all of them. There's just too much going on.
Thank you.
No, we don't need you.
Hello, Oakland Delta 1865, passing flight level 235 for 290.
1865 center, good morning. Climb and maintain flight level 330.
Delta 1865, climb to flight level 330.
A little fast there, Johnny. You think you're Southwest Airlines?
Alaska 466, 350.
Alaska 466 center, good morning. FedEx 3012, contact center 134.45 today.
So we got a few lefts coming up on the way out. Get my fat head out of the way. You should be able to have a decent view out that window.
Executive 351, contact center 127.17 today.
And we're going to check the auto flight system at 400 feet. And the lighting you see out there, those are my night lighting edits, so if you don't like that, that's on me, not Laminar.
All right, 3205.
I'm using reshade as well as my own edits.
1780, contact center
Now let me have you.
13437, Airwood 1780, good day.
And we want Halo 3. On the way out.
Contact center 134.37.
Alright, let's boogie.
13437, Airwood 1780, good day.
My clock going. Get you going. Once again, I didn't start that clock from the gate. Oops.
3437 up to 351, good day.
But we'll have runway to runway time.
American 66, we'll be climbing out of 27.6.
Approaching 27 right.
66, Center, roger. I'm going to have a new route for you in just a couple minutes. Be ready. Okay.
40% on the throttles.
Flight level 370.
Air Canada
On
550
runway
center, Roger.
27 right.
Stable, toga.
American 66, I got the new route for you, advance ready to go.
Thrust set.
Yeah, go ahead, American.
Airspeed's active.
American 66, clear direct, Mike, Victor, Alpha, direct, Delta,
80 knots.
Tango,
Check.
Alpha,
Throttle hold.
Delta, Alpha.
We're stable through 80.
Lima, uniform, to join Jet 70, to Lima, Victor, Zulu, for the V1.
V1, rotate.
Direct, tap, boost, Delta.
Positive rate.
Gear up.
Lima, uniform, Jet 70, to Lima, Victor, Zulu, whoops, first ground. And then
400.
Arrival.
All you, Zibo. So the auto flight system's going to take it from 400, and we'll take it at 1,000 on the back end. We'll see how she performs. We got a couple of lefts coming up here. You should hit a decent view as long as we don't hit the clouds here. Looks pretty clear out though.
Climate flight level 340, United 1412.
American 66, contact center 127.17. Good day. 12717.
So we need to be above 1,527 feet. We're above that already. We're 3,500 climbing out.
American 251 Center, good morning. Climb and maintain flight level 330. 330, give it yours.
All right, flaps 1.
Center, good morning. United 948, 210, 290 so far. United 948, Center, good morning. Climb and maintain flight level 350. Maintain 350, United 948.
Flaps up.
American 251, climb and maintain flight level 350. 350, 251. American 251, contact center on 127.17. Good day. 12717, 251.
Nice view out the window, if I do say so myself. Although I may be a little biased, you're looking at my own night lighting edits, so. So if you don't like the lighting that's here, that's on me, not Laminar, so don't blame them. But if you do like it and want to give them a try, there's a link down below in the description you can go grab. I'm using reshade, although you don't have to. There's multiple sets in there. I'm using the orange and yellow set with reshade. All right, we got a left coming up here. We should get a good view out that window here, it looks like. And we're inbound Ridge 215.
November 455, Delta Golf Center. Good morning, climb and maintain flight level 350.
250 knot climb out, right on the money. Beautifully done.
Alaska 455 and 360. Alaska 455, Center, good morning. Morning.
Oh, hey Memphis, how's it going? Welcome. You caught me on my way to Pensacola. It's my first ride getting in since doing a whole lot of hardware work.
Alaska 493,
Whoa.
Center, good morning.
That's 10. I don't know where that flicker came from. Or if we hit somebody's wake turbulence.
November 5, Delta Golf, climb and maintain flight level 410.
All right, let's have a peek. Pressurization's coming up nicely. Temperature back there is nice and comfortable. N1, N2, EGT, oil pressure, temperature, quantity, vibrations all looking pretty good. Our hydraulics, pressure and quantity is fine. We're looking pretty good. Let's have a quick peek. Autopilot's engaged, 10 notifications complete, cabin pressurization, temperature, we're going to monitor that. Engine bleeds are on, pack switches to auto, APU is off, exterior lights as needed, we are good.
2765, checking in, flight level 350.
Engine start selectors as needed, they're off, auto brake selector is off, landing gear is up and off.
Morning, Center, Alaska 550, level 370. Alaska 550.
That's a nice view out that window. Hopefully not. I'll tell you, it's been cold in Boca. I can only imagine what they're dealing with up north, man. I'm in Boca Raton, Florida, and it was cold last night, man. I think it was in the 40s, upper 30s maybe. Man, when I first came into the garage, this is where the flight deck is. It was cold in here. I actually had to bring a heater in here, plug it in and turn it on for a little while before I could get in here because of my breathing. It was just too cold. So, and then once this is up and running for a little while, I can turn the heater off because the IBLs, the lighting in here, they put out a lot of heat. The computers put out heat, the monitors put out heat. So, and then the AC kicks in and it stays about 78 degrees in here, which isn't too bad. All right, Rivet, they want us at 250 knots, which we're at 250 knots right now, passing through 16. And then we're going to kick up the speed. And at Rivet, we should have 14.1 on the fuel. We're 14.1 right now. 9.8 when we get in. 260 miles left to go. Another 6 miles top of climb. It's pretty smooth. We're going to let them run around.
United 2113, Center, good morning. Climb and maintain flight level 390.
Yeah, I'll tell you, the weather's been brutal, man.
United 2113, climb and maintain flight level 370.
The weather has been brutal. Matter of fact, we have my wife. We have 6 rescue cats in the house, and we have 10 or 12 that we feed outside. We actually put up those blackout curtains on a big plastic rod to block up the front foyer area. We put 2 small little block heaters out there. There's like a half a dozen cats staying in there, staying warm right now. All right, let's get on standard pressure and cross-check that. And we are inbound halo. So yeah, it's been bad, but we only get a week or 2 of winter and then it's gone. Every now and then we get a big blast from Canada. It's here for a week and then we're back to normal. I think it's going to be back in the 70s next week.
United 768, Center, good morning. Climb and maintain flight level 350. 350, United 768. Any complaints about the ride?
Oh no, I can't let them in the house. With the 6 that are in the house, there'd be a war in here, man. Oh. But it wasn't too bad with those blackout curtains up there. I think the temperature was in the 50s, upper 50s on that little thermostat that's on the heater. So 57, 58, not too bad. Better than 37. Plus, where they are, I'm sure it was a little bit warmer because we have a couple of benches that you sit on, and we have some blankets that come down on both sides. We have beds that are in there, and then the heaters actually blow into underneath the benches where they sit, so the heat's blowing right into them. The 56 is outside here, you know, where I would go out there to just sit, but where they are, it's a lot warmer. So there's a half a dozen in there, so I'm sure they like it better than what's outside, that's for sure. Yeah, winter comes and goes pretty quick down here, thankfully. The one good thing is it gives that split AC unit in here a break. That AC unit runs 24/7, 365. So now the fan is just on. It's been on for a day or 2 now, so that's one good thing. And we're going to 184. And we're inbound Sarge, and at Halo we should have 13.5. We're 13.5 right now, 9.6 on the fuel when we get in. 235 miles left to go, 168 to top of descent. N1, N2, EGT, oil pressure, temperature, quantities looking pretty good. Pressure's holding nicely, and the temperature back there is nice and comfortable. Yeah, I've had my fill of the cold. I did my time in New York, standing out on West Street in February. Man, with the wind chill factor, it's below zero, and you're just standing out there for a couple of hours at a clip. Oh, that's not fun. That is not fun. There's a little jump there.
Tango Hotel, contact centered out 133.55.
So far, X-Plane 12 is looking fine. I don't think I screwed up anything in here. So next, I think I'll get set up for MS 2024. Maybe we'll do the day ride from Pensacola back to Atlanta in 24 later today. I'll go have lunch or something. Then we'll come back and we'll do the return flight. Make sure that's okay.
Route 1681.
1778, checking in, 340, smooth ride, Dutchman.
Good night, 1778.
All right, we could lose that shot now.
Yeah, do you have any road reports at 400? We're just trying to pick up a little light stop here at 30.
No report.
What's that? 703, request flight level 400.
What do you have? Oh, my medication. Yeah, I forgot. Oh, you know what? You're 18 minutes late. Oh, 19. It just went to 19. My wife's too funny. You don't want me to beat you in front of your friends, she says. That looks pretty cool. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but the night lighting down there looks great.
Route 1681, contact center, 132.15.
All right, I'm going to go take my medication. And what I'll do is maybe I'll see if I can get you some extra aircraft on that right display. See who's in the area. Mozzarella sticks. You know, we have those in the freezer. I could make that with a little bit of marinara sauce, so you don't have to twist my arm too hard for that one. I'll be right back. I'm going to go take my meds, and I will be right back. We're coming up on Sarge. Sarge, we should have 13 on the fuel. We're 13.2. We're still 15 miles out, though. Holding 9.6 when we get in. 208 miles left to go to Pensacola. 140 miles top of descent. We're looking pretty good. All right, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go take my meds.
Morning, Eastern 7141, flight level 340, smooth.
74, correct, 7141, center, mostly correct.
Total scan 0142, cockpit level 12000 to 120 to 22.
01 flight, center address. Set 703, contact center, 132.15.
215, what's that? 7032.
Canada 105, contact center, 132.15.
13215 there, Canada 105. Delta 463 request.
Delta 463, go ahead.
I'd like to get 340 from Pensacola.
Okay, 463, try to maintain flight level 340.
Delta 463.
Center, reset transponder, squawk 2650.
650, Kevin, 655.
Boy. hate that medication. All right, hey, we're right on the money on the fuel, and we are inbound. Dared, however you want to pronounce it. And we're going to be leaving Atlanta's airspace here in just a little bit, get into Jacksonville's area. So far, pretty cool ride. I think doing all this hardware work, I didn't screw anything up. That's my biggest worry when I work on the flight deck now, because my hands get a little shaky when I'm doing some work. Plus, I'm crouched down like a little freaking, like I'm in a fetal position almost when I'm in here having to work behind here. I bring a little pillow, put it down there, and I'm squashed in there sitting on a pillow, swapping out all these monitors and running the new ones and then running the lines and then zip tying everything down. So that took a lot out of me. It took me 2 days, I think, just to heal from the pain. So one of the disadvantages of getting old. The advantage is, yeah, you're retired. You don't have to get up and go to work anymore. But one of the disadvantages is you're in pain most of the time. So, but I got a lot of work done in here. And I had a friend of mine fly in from Arizona, Pat, 738. He has his own YouTube channel. You want to go check him out. Pat 738. He's got a flight deck just like mine. He actually flew in from Arizona to help me out with some power issues I was having. I swapped out 3 old power supplies, put in 2 brand new 1,000-watt jobs, brand new monitors, so we're looking real nice now. Good for another 10 years.
Southwest 246 Center, good morning. Climb and maintain flight level 370. 370, Southwest 246.
And you should be at 255. And you should be coming into view now. Still too much, too much.
Center Galaxy 815, Juliet Whiskey 35.
Hardcore drugs, yeah, I wish they were, but then I'd be sitting here looking at the colors.
Decimal 80,
Oh, that stinks when you when you're forced to do that. Yeah, that kind of stinks, man. When you want to do it, move on to something else, you know, that's one thing. But to be forced because you don't have a choice, yeah, that kind of stinks.
Southwest 1027, climb and maintain flight level 370.
This will probably get sold by my wife after I'm dead. I mean, unless, of course, I have a stroke or something happens and I have no idea what this is anymore. God forbid. Because I'm sure my wife would gladly hook up the garage door opener and get her car in here on a regular basis instead of having it sit out on the driveway. I might have to tilt that monitor just a little bit. I might have to just tilt that just a touch. So the one good thing is it's sitting on the, it's not wedged against the plate. So if I try and loosen up the bottom to try and move it, I just have to loosen up the 4 VESA screws a little bit, just give it a little twist and then tighten them up. And that should take care of that. It's off by just a little bit, it looks, looking at this. Just a little bit, it just has to come just like that, just ever so slightly. And hopefully these will last 10.5 years before they start to die. Actually, the only one that really was giving me a problem was the one at the top. I could see lines on some of them, but they were still very workable. That monitor just looked like it went out. I think it's still running though. And we're crossing into Jacksonville's airspace. Maybe there's no lights out there. Hopefully that comes back. Yeah, I hear you.
Center Sky 3460, 370.
Matter of fact, a friend of mine, Pat, was talking about setting something up like that. All us flight deck flyers, you know, something happens to somebody, since each one of us pretty much know people that may be interested to start a little network. So if someone passes away, gets sick, doesn't want it anymore, they could just set up like a network of flight deck flyers.
South of 1646, you can maintain 300
Unless my wife decides to donate it to a school.
300 knots and Mach 78 south of 1646.
You know, she may do that too.
South of 246, traffic 2 o'clock, 10 miles northwest down East 75 to 30. Oh, 246. South of 5693, contact center 134.37. Good morning.
3437, Compass 5693, good morning.
Make sure that thing didn't turn itself off here. I don't think it did. Maybe it did. Let me go check this left monitor. That's weird.
Delta 2854, contact center 134.907. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. 3497, Delta 2854.
Southwest 246, contact center 127.17. Good morning. 2717, Southwest 246. Southwest 1429, climb and maintain, flight level 350. 350, that's 1429.
Must have lost signal. I just pulled the HDMI cable out and plugged it back in. It came right back. That's interesting. That's never happened before. Although the cable maybe it wasn't in right. I was fooling around with all the monitors, so that is a distinct possibility.
Center, good morning. Alaska 248, level 370. Alaska 248, Center, good morning.
Well, I'm hoping to be around until I fly this thing into the ground, basically. Although, I'll tell you, looking at this, you would not think that this was 11 years old. I mean, I really take care of my stuff. Matter of fact, she's due for a dust down.
3460, contact center 134.37. Good morning.
3437, 3460, good day.
Another good thing working on these monitors, there's plexiglass fronts that are on here. And there was a little bit of haze and some marks that I got rid of. I got in there with the Dremel with a polishing cloth and I buffed out the inside of all the plexiglass that was in here. So some of the haze that was on here is now gone. They look nice and clean. Still have to work on the bottom one though. But that one's going to be the easy one because that just pops right out. That should be coming into range now.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, we'll still need that traffic cross ahead of you at 35.
And we're going to be on the arrival at Pensacola. About 100 miles will be on the arrival. Let's see, what are we looking at here? We got 128 miles to go to Pensacola, 60 miles. We're on our way down. Right now, N1, N2, EGT, oil pressure, temperature, quantity, vibrations, all looking pretty good. Our hydraulics are fine. Pressure's holding beautifully. Temperature back there is nice and comfortable. All in all, it's been a great ride.
3457, contact center 134.97. Good morning.
3497, good morning, CS 34.
Only issue is the parking brake, and that's just a cable that I forgot to connect when I was putting this back together again. That's no big deal. I'll be taking that apart on Friday just to get that monitor in. And then going forward, once I have that set, I shouldn't have to take this apart anymore to get that monitor out. This panel just pops right up and off, and that monitor should come right out. So I just want to make sure I have enough room to get in there and get it set, because I'm building a shelf that it's going to sit on. So the two sides are basically done based on the height on the schematics that I have for the monitor. But there's a little extended end that comes out part of the way in the monitor where all the control stuff is, and I'm building a cross section, and I just have to get it at the right head, the right height, so when I drop the monitor in, it just slides down, goes into its right position, and then the open screen will be here and match up with that 7x7 square. Then swapping out these monitors will be super simple going forward. All right, under 50 miles, we're on our way down. Just about 115 to go. About 25 minutes we should be done with this ride.
Could Delta 1698 request direct MLD or DPI?
Delta 1698 unable at this time to release those.
Okay.
And then after this, we'll get set up for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. And we'll do the return flight, but we'll do that in a day ride. So we'll have a nice view out the window. Make sure I didn't screw up anything with Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Center morning, last 506, level 3702.
Alaska 506, Center, roger.
Portugal 201 Bravo across
That should be in range now.
90 miles east at flight level
40 miles, we're on our way in now.
Across the 90 miles east at flight level 280 at Portugal 201 Bravo.
I could probably lift this up enough to get to the cable. Take this off, take this off, take these two off. Now I'm not going to get too much height unless I take this. Yeah, I got to take the whole assembly apart. Yep, I can't believe I missed that cable. Schmuck. It's easy enough to take this off though. I don't have to remove the whole thing anymore. I reversed the hold down clamps that are on here, so they're reversed. So I take an Allen key and I take this trim wheel off on this side, and then I take these two clips off, take this off, and I got rid of the nut and bolt assembly here, and I tapped into the metal piece that's on the inside, and I have a piece of rubber here. So I just have two screws that self tap into the metal. So these come out nice and easy now. This is a little bit because I have to take that apart. I have a couple of screws I have to take apart. There's a clip in there with the wires that run up for all the buttons and switches, so this is a little more detailed.
Just 1197, clear direct MJ. Direct MJ, just 1197.
Alright, we're coming up on Darrett. Darrett, we should have 11.4 on the fuel. We're 11.5 right now. We're still 4 miles out, though. We'll have 10 on the fuel when we get into Pensacola. 95 miles left to go, with 27 miles left to top of descent. Another 5 minutes, we're going to start down. We'll give them a few more minutes before we get them back in their seats. Wow. I actually had 2024. I got it early, and then I ended up getting rid of it. And then I picked it up again, only because I got it as a gift. I got a refund for 2024, but I got it when it first came out, and it wasn't ready for prime time. But someone bought it for me as a gift, so once I had that, I said, you know what? As soon as PMDG comes out with their 737, I'll take a serious look at it. And when they did, I did, and we're looking pretty good in 2024 now. So that's pretty cool. And by the time I moved over, they worked out a lot of their bugs. So that was rather nice as well. All right, 261, we're inbound crew. And then crew to Pensi, we're 69 miles out of the arrival. Matter of fact, let me have that. Let's get this in here right now. I don't want to fall behind the aircraft here. And that was you. Decision height is going to be a deuce. That's going to be 121. Okay, decision height's going to be a deuce. That's going to be a deuce. We are looking at 3028 on the back end. Cross check that. That's a deuce, and you're going at 3028. That's looking pretty good. All right. And 3,000 on the hold at none. That looks pretty good. 169 on the course. And we are looking at 111.1. 111.1. All right, you're good, you're good, you're good, you're good, you're good. I'm on terrain. And we've got another 10 miles top of descent. We'll get them back in their seats. And we are good all the way down. All right, our speed's starting to come down now. And we're not going to be on that until we're inbound cliff, so. And let's have a peek at you. Let's do you. Okay, and you. And that was going to be Pensi. Right.
And Air Shuttle 6139 said direct to Bel Air on board. Bel Air on board.
Okay, that's looking pretty good. And we're on our way down. So that's 34 minutes since we entered the runway. Probably about 45 minutes since we left the gate. And in the real world, they did this ride in an hour and 12, so we'll see just how close we come to that. And we've got another 66 miles left to go. That should be in range. And at Crestview, we should have 10.9 on the fuel. We're 11.1 right now, holding 10.1 when we get in. Pressure is starting to come down nicely. Temperature back there is still nice and comfortable. N1, N2, EGT, oil pressure, temperature, quantity, vibrations looking pretty good. And our hydraulics pressure quantity is fine. Alright, we're coming up on 18. Let's have a quick peek. You can get on standard, I mean on local, and let's cross-check that. Alright, bleed air panel is set to auto. Pass pressurization panel. Landing altitude is in. Passenger signs are on. Auto brake selector is not set. It's set now. Flight instruments and radios, and we are set here, 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 there. I'm already on terrain. We're looking pretty good here. Recall. We got a clean board. Our landing data VREF minimums. Just got to put that in, and we're good to keep going. What are we coming in at here? We're coming in at above 43 this ride.
Normal speed, flight level 230, flight jet 406.
Looks like we're in a little bit of cloud cover here. Hope this opens up. I want a nice view of the night lighting on the way in.
Number 6064-12-1, climbing via the dot 2, speed 280, 24.
So the auto flight system has handled this ride beautifully. No issues. Only hardware issue is a parking brake, and that's on me. Just got to connect that wire.
3514, climbing, tank level 350. And 350, Scouts 551. Substart 2713, contact center 125.27. 125.27 for Coast Guard 2713, good day.
Alright, we're passing crew, 250 knot descent. We're passing 14.8. 11 on the fuel, we're right on the money. Holding 10.8 when we get in, 10.2 when we get in. 50 miles left to go. Oh, that looks pretty cool. And again, the night lighting that you see out here, those are my night lighting edits in X-Plane. So if you don't like them, they're on me. Not Laminar if you don't like them. But if you do, there's a link below. You can go grab them. I'm using reshade, but you don't have to. There's a set in there without them. All right, we're passing Crestview. We're inbound 270. And we're inbound Pensi now. And Pensi puts us on the arrival. I mean on the approach, that is.
873, passing flight level 340 to 360.
And I think we're going to have a nice view on the way in.
Air 514, clear direct, Pilot.
Good Pilot, thank you, 5.
Air 514, contact approach 124.85.
124.85, thank you. I will over there.
Number 3452 is Charlie traffic, no factor, contact center 125.32.
2532, Kilo Charlie, go on.
Yeah, 3 and none.
American 1849.
Hello, checking in, check, leveling on the 240, 310 now.
American 1849, Santa Cruz direct swamp, cross form, maintain 8,000, call me Charles, number 3004, I will call you speed reduction.
Okay, direct swamp at 8,000, and 3004, American 1849.
Charlie Golf, Golf, Lima, Oscar, descend and maintain 15,000, call me Charles, number 3004.
Down to 15,000, 3004, CGG 11.
Oh yeah. What goes up must come down. So the pressure has come down beautifully. Temperature back there is nice and comfortable. We're all looking good here. Just about 40 miles left to go. And that's 40 minutes since we entered the runway, about 50 since we left the gate. So we got 22 minutes to get in to be on time.
Number 499
That should be coming into range.
5,000, clear direct, Shayla.
And we're going to start slowing at 200 knots just about now.
Tango 250-290 on the speed.
Number 770 Juliet Tango, cross, swap and maintain 8,000, Palm Beach, Customer 3004.
Swap at 8,000 on 3004, sir.
And that's 10. Let's light them up here. Let's get you up. And let's have a quick peek. Exterior lights check set. We are good. Engine start selected to continuous. EFIS panel, I'm already set for terrain.
American 920, maintain 280.
And what a great ride.
80 on the speed, 2485, American 920.
American 942, cross Milby and maintain.
Alright, we got a left coming up here and we're on our way straight in basically into Pensacola. And then we're going to do this ride in the daytime back to Atlanta in 2024 later on. I'm going to go grab some lunch.
American 2565, level 240.
American 2565, center descent maintain flight level 210.
210, American 2565.
Beautiful ride. We didn't even need speed brake this run. Absolutely beautiful.
Charlie, Connor maintain, follow 370.
Up to 370, Kilo Charlie.
Well, it's real chatter, but it is canned. It's pre-recorded based on the frequency. That's X-ATC Chatter, or FS-ATC Chatter if you use an MS 2024. Same program though. It's nice how the airports blend into the surrounding areas. You really can't see them. They don't stick out like sore thumbs anymore.
Number moderate, 2 has station 11 o'clock, 10 miles, extends 3 miles from that.
All right, let's get ready to bring her home.
You should be fine after the course. American 1011, center ride, you just sort of maintain flight level 190.
25 miles out. You can see a dark patch out there. That's probably where our airport is.
American 2565, lower momentarily.
So I think we're going to have a nice view on short final.
7 miles, heavy, Boeing 737 out of flight level 200 descending.
Just getting able to make out the airport now. I can see the rabbit.
American 942 at Milby, reduced to 30, contact approach 124.85.
2485 will reduce at Milby, American 942.
All right, here comes the speed down now, and we got a left coming up, and we are, let me bring that up. Let's bring up the approach.
240.
Doing 305, South Roger, clear direct, JLOF maintain flight level 240.
JLOF, descend 240, square wing 305.
Let's get you in now.
Altimeter 955 heavy at flight level 240.
Scanning heavy at 955, South Roger.
So the auto flight system has performed flawlessly this ride. Absolutely beautiful. Give me flaps 1. Let's start slowing down here.
American 2565, just gonna maintain 1.
Get the flaps out, get the nose down, give you a better view out the front. 5 on the flaps, speed check. Here's our runway. And we can pick up the localizer.
We're at 12.6 for 1660 direct Canada. We have the 115 right, you're coming takeoff 230. 230 now, just at 115.
Beautiful run.
Doing 197 center, we can proceed direct tail up. It's an Apollo discussion.
And I said we're holding at 3 on a mist.
Direct tail up and pilot discretion 210,
10 on the flaps.
It's 661, center turn 20, 20 degrees right, vector space.
20 right, space, just 661.
Man, the view doesn't get any better than this. Is better than a ride at Disneyland. Man. And what's even better are their own lines. Although the ticket price is a lot more expensive. All right, we're on that chart now. We are right on the button. Looking good. And we're in gate 4. Yeah. All right, let's pick up the approach now. We've got a single channel lock. Let me have the gear. Three green, flaps 15, speed check. All right, we're in the slope. And we are looking pretty good. Flaps 25. And we're going to slow all the way up now. And flaps 30. Alright, lights, engine start selectors, auto brake, speed brake, landing gear, flaps, and they have been notified. Let's have a quick peek. 10 notifications complete, speed brake is on, landing gear is down, 3 green, flaps are set for landing. We are looking pretty good. Let me have that chart now. Absolutely beautiful ride. Doesn't get any better than this. Man.
Got on the radar, I think we're going to be on top of it.
That monitor a little too dark? No, maybe not. Might be my angle. I'll have to check that on the big screen TV. Looks a little dark from my angle. That's going to be next on the list, is going to be these 3 monitors. They're 10 years old. They're getting a little tired. So from 400 feet down to 1,000, the auto flight system has had this ride, and it has been beautiful.
2,500.
Yeah, it looks a little too dark from here. I'll have to kick that up a little bit.
American 1568 Center, Roger, from the customer 3004.
3004, American 1568.
3732 Hotel, contact center 133.4.
33.4, 732, talking back.
Let's get the APU up.
197 traffic. 1 o'clock, 5 miles northeastbound, living 14,000 Falcon. Additional traffic, 2 o'clock, 10 miles crossing right left, 14,000 Challenger.
Alright, we're looking clear, 197, they're going to contact.
Yeah, the difference between these 2 monitors don't look too bad. Looks like that's a little too dark, though.
290 or greater for 317 Mike Lima.
What a great ride, though.
About 414 Delta Hotel, then it exceeds 290 off the station.
290 for space, 4 Delta Hotel.
8 knot crosswind, basically.
south, Denver 3002. 16 south, 3002, head use by
1,000.
My bird. I got control.
Doing 197, cross mode, maintain 8,000.
Alright, verify mode, 80,000 for 0197.
Affirmative, sir.
So the auto flight system was basically flawless. Aircraft feels real nice.
Number 414 Delta Hotel.
Approaching.
7-knot wind is starting to shift a little bit.
210 for traffic.
Flight level 230, hurry through 210.
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's ride. I'll be back with 2024 on the next run and see how well she performs.
That's it, 661, like just direct the highway this time.
But I have no complaints this ride.
400.
65 knots, that's it, 661, direct the highway.
Delta 661, maintain 250 knots.
Maintain 250 knots, that's it, 661.
300. Approaching decision height. 200 minimums.
Continue.
317 Mike Lima, can you maintain 2,006 per minute on your phone?
Not at
100.
Careful landing.
Number 317 Mike Lima, normal speed
50,
and
40,
2,000 feet per minute
20,
or higher.
10.
Now you're fine, please, the flight level 220.
normal speed.
5,000 feet remaining.
Oh, easy there.
0317 Mike Lima.
Easy there, Louie. Oh, those winds shifted to the front to 12 knots.
58 moderate, 15
Ooh.
15 miles, 75 miles a day.
Copy, Mark 58, now that's either.
I gotta take a look at this rudder. Rudder might be a little too squirrely.
Requested when able for direct highly, maintain 280 knots.
Say direct highly when able, 280 knots, American 1558.
Alright, we got a right coming up. We'll go down to the end here. Enjoy the view on the way in.
American 1558, contact approach 1.
Alright, let's get on APU. Switch. Let me have you.
JetBlue 1081, 10.5 for 14,000.
Chapter 10, 10, if I maintain level 320.
100 remaining.
1081.
American 1898, clear buzzard.
Direct buzzard, American 1898.
Beautiful run.
Center, good morning. For 651 Whiskey Echo, cross 5 miles west of Depot at maintain 1000.
5 west of Depot at 1000. Whiskey Echo.
Let's have a peek. And that was 54 minutes from runway to runway. Alright, exterior lights as needed. We are good. APU is up and running. Your damper switch is off. Window heat switches are off. Probe heat switches are off. Wing and engine anti-ice as needed. They're off. Engine start selectors as needed. They're off. Auto brake is off. Speed brake is off. Speed brake is down, that is. Flaps are up. Transponders T8 auto. Weather radar is set to test. That's all looking pretty good. Yeah, this rudder, I gotta take a look at this rudder. The rudder might be a little too squirrely. Alright, we've got gate 4. Hopefully no one's in our gate.
Center, good morning. JetBlue 49, 1000, climbing 14,000.
JetBlue 49, center, if I maintain level 340.
Up to flight level 340, JetBlue 49.
Alright, we are cleared to cross 8, and then we got a left on Bravo.
15 right, Gamma Jet 808.
Approaching 8.
November 651 Whiskey Echo, contact approach 133.75.
3375. Whiskey Echo, good day.
JetBlue 1147, clear buzzard.
And hydraulics, yep.
Buzzard, JetBlue 1147.
Very good. Alright, this is Bravo.
Center, good speed 526, level 15,000, direct depot.
Speed 526, center of it, Nantucket altimeter 2981.
2981, good speed 526.
So we're probably about 5 minutes early. Looks like someone's in our gate. Guess we'll take that one right there if we can grab it. Alright, Bravo 2.
Give it a 5 jet center other, vineyard altimeter 2982.
Thank you.
Yeah, someone is in our gate.
280, direct to south for ZJ 3.
There is our marshal.
To Kennebuck, Echo November Echo.
Direct to Kennebec, Camajet 80.
Oh, where you want me? Yeah, you're way off the line that's here, Johnny.
7,000 for 10,000.
38 Alpha, Charlie Box, time maintain level 2.
He's a little off, this guy.
Alpha 200, up at Charlie.
Oh, a little more there, Louis.
November 779 Victor Foxtrot.
Come on.
Contact Boston approach 133.75.
Come on. Brakes, toe brakes are a little bit much. Alright, I gotta do that from here. Where are you? And shut her down. Any collision and let them run around. Alright, now let's bring up you. Ground services, you set the chocks, ASU, and the doors. Alright.
Jet 881, contact approach 134.
Alright, let's have a quick peek. And then we'll shut down completely because I'm going to bring up 2024 next. Alright, electrical power, AP or ground. Oh, I didn't switch over yet. I didn't do any of that yet, did you? Ground, let's get on you. Unconditioned air, you come on over. You're off. You didn't do any of this, Louis.
Wing 3800, descend via the Seinfeld to arrival.
Alright, how about now? I think you're ready. Alright, electrical power, AP or ground. We are on ground. We are set for unconditioned air. Yes, we are. Alright, fuel levers are set to cut off. Anti-collision light is off. Passenger signs are off. Fuel pump switches are off. Electrical panel check set. Galley power is off. Window heat switches are off. Probe heat switches are off. Wing and engine anti-ice are off. Hydraulic pumps, electric 2 and 1 are off. Exterior lights as needed. We have logo and position. Flight deck switches are off. Chocks in position. The parking brake is off. And let's shut down completely because we're going to bring up 2024 next. Alright, and let's go. IRS selectors are off. Emergency exit lights are off. Exterior lights off. Bleed air panel, let's get set for you, and you. And that is set. AP or ground, we'll disconnect ground. AC/DC selectors to stand by, you're going to both. And battery switch is off, and that's a wrap. Alright everybody, I hope you enjoyed that ride from Atlanta down to Pensacola. I'm going to come back after I grab something to eat, and we're going to do the return flight in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 during the daytime. And we'll see how well we do with that. Alright everybody, as always, I enjoyed the company and the conversation, my friends. Thanks for stopping by, and I will catch you on my next live run, everybody.